Knowledge management, which is a part of everyone's job, is indispensable to our success. What exactly do we do? The CKO office supports TRADOC's objectives to align with the Army business strategy, DoD Defense Business Systems directives, and other reform initiatives to continually improve our organizational processes and performance.
Information and data will be a new world currency. What can be bought with it, what can be attained by it, and what can be accomplished with it is both a concern and an asset for TRADOC.
Knowledge management officers, knowledge management staffs, and knowledge management tools for the military at least are exactly the right people and resources that we need to help manage that ever-growing concern of data overload.
The imperative for knowledge management is to be a knowledge-enabled workforce that shares what it knows, continuously learns, and innovates.
One of our 6 warfighting functions used to be mission command, but we have decided that command and control was more descriptive of the warfighting function itself. But we say that mission command is the Army's approach to command and control.
What's needed to make mission command work is mutual trust and confidence, shared understanding, mission orders, decentralized execution.
All of those foundational thoughts about mission command rely heavily on knowledge management.
We make TRADOC's knowledge visible and accessible so you can work smarter, not harder. We also help to ensure that leaders have the most current and relevant information that they need to make informed decisions. TRADOC's KM strategy identifies 5 major focus areas. They are improve decision cycle effectiveness, enhance mission organizational performance, create agile learning organizations, facilitate shared understanding through collaboration, and establish effective KM programs.
That combination of people, processes, technology, and organizations, if all of that from a KM perspective, if all of that is not in place, then you'll never build the trust and confidence, you'll never have the shared understanding, you'll never be able to properly disseminate the orders and get the feedback that our leaders need from top to bottom.
You need look no further than a recent significant world event to understand the importance of knowledge management.
We all remember as COVID unfolded and we all came to quickly realize the significant disruption that would have in all of our lives. You had, on one hand, CDC information, you had Army information that was being cut at Army level orders that was slow to be translated. You had local and state guidelines that were being at some points implemented even before the Army had determined what local policies were. Thankfully, we had established our battle rhythm process and the tools by which we were able to communicate both in person and online allowed us to take tools that we were using to share common ROTC cadet command data and rapidly change those into areas that were specific to the COVID environment. Whether that was local travel restrictions, whether that was aggregating all of the COVID information in one place, whether that was the things that we normally do with our cadets and how that impacted their normal life cycle, we were able to communicate, share information, and make decisions in stride in a manner that allowed us to continue despite these significant disruptions to normal operating procedures.
The organizations which have established successful KM programs have this lesson to share. Senior leaders must actively participate in their KM program if it is to be successful.
We look back on it now, we don't think much about it because we were well into this push for knowledge management and continuing to flatten our architecture. And again, we empower ourselves through that portal that we use. It's very central to everything we do. And so we didn't realize, but had we not been at that spot when COVID hit, we would have really been a wreck. My Directorate of Leadership, Development, and Education was able to just move things into that portal space, and our KM team was able to help them distribute that learning material out very, very rapidly. So we shifted very quickly, I think. Hey, history department, chem department, engineering department, ROTC department, what's your plan to teach people at home? We were able to come up very early and go, we've got a plan. But if we'd not been where we were with our knowledge management system when COVID hit, it would have taken us significantly longer to get to that space, and we'd be in much worse shape today.
TRADOC's knowledge management response to COVID-19 domestically followed the same framework commanders use in operational environments worldwide. KM is integral to Mission Command and enables decision-making in multi-domain operations under any conditions.
When we were in Korea, we realized that we had a lot of data, right? So you can imagine a robust environment with as many forces as we did. What we lacked was the ability to translate the data into information and then really provide the intelligence for the staff to give the commander some assessment of what was going on the ground. So in our environment, we were able through time to get the right systems in place so the staff could then build the decision briefs or information briefs for the 8th Army commander. And that helped him in a couple different ways. Number one, it helped him see himself, right? So as you can imagine, Korea, it's a very large piece of real estate. It helped him see where he was in time and space. It helped him understand, secondly, where his units were in time and space. And that cuts across many different things from readiness to sustainment and so on and so forth. And then what it also allowed us to do is then present the information in a meaningful way so that the commander can then look at his options. Is option A better than option B? And so what that really helped us do is put in front of him through the KM environment that we had drawn from, if you will, and give him the ability to make a coherent decision.
KM is a means, not an end. TRADOC's KM program creates a structure that recruits, trains, and develops KM professionals at all levels of TRADOC and enables knowledge, information, and data to flow freely. We look at our challenges as opportunities to excel. You're always looking for better ways to get people the knowledge they need to perform their work successfully.
KM serves as a bridge between the art and science of Mission Command. It synchronizes people, processes, tools, and organizations. People are the most important asset an organization possesses. Knowledge management yields situational understanding, which enables people to put knowledge into action.